If I go exceed your expectations, please refer me 3 clients. I invest my marketing dollars into the relationship. You could do things together as you start building your team. They could come in with absolutely no money and come away with a home.
Jeffrey DeJesus. I'm a San Francisco real estate agent, been one for the last 2 decades. It's been a great ride. I work hard. I work every day, at least in my mind, even when I was in Cabo. I was working. I was working on the beach. I was on my phone. And the beauty today, as being a real estate agent, you could work from your car. You could work from anywhere on the beach. I was working from the beach and beside the pool, and it was just wonderful. I mean, we could today. There shouldn't be any excuse why you're not selling real estate. Yes, we have to be good at making adjustments, and the tools are there, but there shouldn't be any reason why you don't have a full pipeline and you don't have and you should always have clients, because technology, it permits you to multitask. And like I said, I was on the beach. I was just on the laying in the sand and just working. And the beauty is it's acceptable. Our clients are acceptable, working from literally anywhere in the world. And my clients knew that I was in Kabul. I trained them to be okay with it. And they're okay for me to be around the world, because when I do leave town, I let them know. And I'll tell them that I'll be out of town, but I'll have my phone. And of course, our phone does e-signature searches. I mean, you could literally write contracts with this. So, with that being said, I mean, there shouldn't be any reason why. So, again, my name is Jeffrey DeJesus. I'm a local San Francisco Bay Area agent. Been doing that for the last 20 years and love it. So, today we're just going to be talking about, if you see on your screen, finishing strong and future vision. This one here is, we have to continue to adjust. Like after this Cabo meeting that we just had, it really made me understand like where we're going. And I'm just gonna give you a taste of what some agents are doing. And I don't mean to scare you, but this is where some agents are. Some of the high level agents that are out there, they're creating AIs to search for data. Once the data is searched, then they have their AI make appointments with the data, and then all you have to do now is show up for that appointment. Okay, so the AI is, you give it the instruction to find a certain type of prospect. You're asking the AI to also make the call and make the appointment, and all you got to do is show up. Okay, so that's just one little taste of what agents are doing. Of course, relationships are still going to be number one. But just think about that. If AI is going to, for example, if I said, find me all the divorced clients, get their name, number here from San Francisco to top of California, all of Northern California, everything from 2025 until today. Reach out to them, create a message, a script, call them, and then set me up appointments for tomorrow. And if the AI does that, I mean, that is just some powerful stuff. So I'm working on that as soon as I put my AI agent together, because some of my goals after this weekend was, if AI could do such a task, that it could do different tasks. It could, like, literally, and you hear this all the time, but taking it to another level. ChatGPT is great, but it's so entry level, right? It's kindergarten. But the good news is that all of us could learn like this. right? If you spend some time with AI, I mean, you could literally learn overnight. And the good news is that there's so many different tools, it's just going faster and faster. So don't want to get onto that subject because I want to talk about some of your goals, your objectives this year. And yes, I know we're in March, but I wanted to just make sure you're aligned with your vision. Okay, so let's get this thing going. So, right. All right, why it matters? Well, real estate markets continue to evolve. All right. Top agents succeed because they reflect on what worked. Okay, what worked? Learn from what didn't, adjust strategies quickly, set clear goals for the next year. Okay, so there is an agent I was training back in 2018. And so that's already what, 8 years. This young man is doing over 300 deals a year. So what he did was he literally, before he started really to get his business to the next level, he interviewed some of the top agents in his local market, which is the San Francisco, San Mateo County. And he sat down and asked each of the top agents, can we have a sit down? Can we have coffee? Can I buy you lunch? And the simple question he asked, and the most important question he asked during that meeting was, what is your best prospecting method, right? Because each top producer has a prospecting method, and he asked that, and I believe he had at least 20 sit downs. Then he crafted his plan, and then he executed. Very, very smart and wise, right? And so, if you have the well, you need to create the skill, talk to agents. Okay, that's going to be super important. So some of today's focus is lessons learned from the past, winning strategies, and what's the vision for the rest of the year. So key trends that shape the market. Well, interest rates, right? The good news is interest rates are coming down. They went from 7.25, now they're at 6, which is great. That's a big gap. And they're still trying to press it down. And I believe it's going to get down to 5, around 5, 4.5, and 5. I think that's going to be roughly the magic number. I mean, my wife is a a lender, and she talks to her president all the time. So we talk about what the interest rates are regularly. So some of the inventory challenges, maybe this may not be in some parts of the country, but in the Bay Area, there still is some inventory challenges. Okay, buyer behavior, they're more cautious and selective. But once you get a buyer, there's a good selective, and the way you could handle the buyer's behavior is you ask good questions. If you ask really good questions, it'll shorten up the time to show your client, right? I mean, it's because if you just go out there and you start showing them a bunch of homes, you might be in it 50 homes and you're still showing. And gas is expensive to some degree. I mean, it went down a little bit, but you don't want to show 50 homes. If you ask good questions, you tell the client, all right, I have your criteria. Let me ask you a few more questions. And is this your criteria? 3 bedroom, 2 bath. 2 bath is bare minimum. Backyard for the dog. 2-car garage, side by side. Okay, so now that you've given me your criteria, now we're not going to take a look at any properties where it's a tandem garage, because we have a lot of tandem garage here in San Francisco area. So we're going to eliminate that. So you depend on me to show you the homes that are specific to your criteria, because it doesn't make any sense to take a look at homes that doesn't hit any of your criteria, right? Right. So then you want to get really good at that, because if you could get good at that, you could literally, after the first showing, you could literally tell the client that, hey, I showed you exactly what you're looking for. which of the three properties I showed you would you like to put an offer on? I noticed that the second property was the best property. I've already spoken to the agent. Let's make an offer. That's so then you're not out there every weekend. Because if you could nail down with your buyer how you're directing them, then imagine if you did that, you could literally show two clients on Saturday, two clients on Sunday. You eliminate this ongoing showing, and you literally could get 4, 6 contracts on one weekend. That's how you go high level, because you're literally doing your job, and you're really being as they're being selective, you're being a professional consultant, and respecting your time as an agent. Okay. Technology adoption, supermarket opportunity, agents who adopt thrive. And so my job here is to always make sure that you're thriving. I'm always trying to give you and giving you the best, and not going out too far, because it is just some people are just way ahead. And like I said, yes, there are some agents out there creating their own AI agent. And that's scary for maybe some people who have assistants or virtual assistants, like multiple, because this is where the world's going to be. Who knows? For me, I have a vision. Either you could be scared or you could adapt to what's the future. And the best way to do it is adapt to the future, because if you don't, it's going to be pretty rough. And in my opinion, the people who are going to get hit the most are the coders of the future. People in technology, people at Google, people at Facebook, those high salary people are going to be affected because AI is so powerful. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Okay, so lessons learned. Successful agents focus on what? Relationships over transactions. Okay, so this is super important, and AI cannot beat relationships. Okay, so that's why it's important. I always say to you that your relationships, especially if you've been in the business a little bit longer than some of the agents, like let's say 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 years, then those relationships you built, maybe it's friends, family, kids, kids, classmates, parents. So those relationships, you should really start forging them, start investing some time in them, because those relationships, it's going to be very difficult for AI to break those relationships, especially if you did a good job. Okay. Start working on your Google business reviews. Okay. You got to go start and make sure that you have, the basic fundamentals so you could stay in the game. Another thing I heard over the weekend is how, as an agent, can AI refer me, right? So if somebody were to say, looking for a great agent in Daly City, looking for a great agent in San Francisco, how will you get on that board? Okay, so these are the questions that you need to ask yourself, and make things happen. Let's move on. Consistent lead generation, daily prospecting is critical. Okay, I got my lead tracker here. Okay, if you guys don't have one of these, you need to create one or get one from me. I'll have Bessie upload it onto Empowered Agents Network. If you're not on there, please get on there. It's our Facebook Empowered Agents Network. It is the daily prospecting sheet. Okay. Personal branding, social media visibility builds trust. And so, if you're on social media, take it up a notch. Market expertise. One more thing about personal branding. There was a news jacking. I thought that was a cool. It's old. I'm sure you guys seen it when someone takes a still photo, it's behind them. I'm going to be talking about social media. It's a still photo behind them and they're just talking about it. Like let's just say, for example, that realtor.com has has a news article. You take a screenshot of it, you put it on your background, and you just talk about the article, and that's called news jacking. I thought that was a very simplified way of doing social media, but those are very strong, and they're good for branding. Okay, market expertise. Clients definitely expect you to know the market. So, it's easy to get the data now. Adaptability, the market's always changing. What top agents did differently? Well, a lot of top agents, they follow up on every lead. Okay. That's really, you got to be able to lead gen, you got to be able to follow up. Okay. Those are really the two things we do in our real estate business. 80 to 90% of your time should be spent specifically on lead gen and follow up. Lead gen, follow up. Lead gen, follow up. Build online, build a strong online presence. Leverage video marketing. That's the news jacking is one of them. Another thing that I'm going to be doing, and you're going to be seeing this, is I'm going to be taking MLS and I'm going to be doing the news jacking. I mean, I wish I had an example of it. Maybe Bessie has a sample, but this is one that I'm going to be working on. Bessie, if you can, let's see. I want to share this with you because I think it's just super important. Bessie, when you have the one we created for 110 Bay Point, let's just you interrupt me and go ahead. And I think just give a sample of what we're talking about. But that's just one way I'm gonna leverage video marketing and very simple. Okay, CRM, how to use your CRM effectively, collaborate with other agents. I mean, over 50% of my deals are done offline. So, because I'm collaborating with other agents. And the good news is when I get a deal, I just run it through two, three agents. I already sort of know who's going to buy this property. And boom, I get in contract. I did no for sale sign. I didn't get on the MLS. I mean, it's fast, it's quick, it's not on the MLS, and boom, I'm already on to the next deal. Okay. Missed opportunities, common mistakes agents made, waiting for leads instead of generating them. Okay, so generate your leads, generate your leads. Bessie, have you found the 110 Bay Point? Because I want to show them that this is one of the ways we're going to be generating leads. And if for everybody, you can just see I have my assistant. She created this for me, and basically this here is it's it's a showing tour as well as just a AI video, and it's not even me. But go ahead, Bessie.
Hi, we've got an exclusive opportunity for your buyers.
We can't see it. Can I? I'm sorry. Let me Okay, let me go ahead. Go ahead, Bessie.
Hi, I've got an exclusive opportunity for your buyers in San Rafael's Bay Point Lagoons, a renovating home not on the open market yet. With over $250,000 in upgrades, this home is modern, move-in ready, and perfect for entertaining. Reach out for a first look. Don't miss this exclusive Bay Point Lagoons opportunity. Whether your buyers are ready now or just looking, this could be the perfect fit. Call me today at 6-502-704-733 to schedule a private showing.
Okay, thank you, Bessie. I appreciate you. So as you could see, in that video, that was an AI of myself, and that was a property that we use as an off market that I have. And now that we have created a template Then the script was created by Bessie, but the AI is the one that, read it. So some of the things we're cleaning up on that is the voice and matching it up, cleaning it up. But you could see there, if every new listing came on the market and my AI was able to deliver this type of technology, I literally are gonna generate leads without even being present, right? So anyways, I just wanted to share that with you. So let's continue with our missed opportunities. Ignoring social media and digital marketing. I know that some of you are using, but continue to be on social media. However it is, but just continue to post. Okay. Lack of daily structure. This is important. I came back this weekend, and I took my notes of multiple pages. I condensed it into several my notes here, and fear of rejection. Hold on, we got some background noise here.
Andrea, because he asked how many everyone.
Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. People still. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Had someone's microphone on. Okay. So fear of rejection. Well, fear of rejection is, all of us have it, even the best producer. But if you do it in repetition, it goes away. So again, these are the notes that I have to convey and talk about with my staff. And, I'm just realigning my daily structure, making the adjustments. I'm refocusing, time blocking. That's super important. And then making sure that my Google business page is thriving, because a lot of business comes through Google. So the difference between success and struggle is often discipline. Okay, let's move on. The opportunity ahead. Well, massive opportunities lie ahead. Well, as interest rates are going down, a lot of opportunity. More inventory is coming on the market. Always new stuff, right? Technology is improving. And my take on technology is, take what works with your personality, right? I mean, if you're not hip with the technology that a lot of realtors use, then don't use it. I still love my regular pen and paper, my notebook, you see? My pen, paper, and notebook. That's my technology, and I love it. I still write on a piece of paper, pen and paper. That's my technology. That's what works for me. And then I'll take my notes, I'll convey it. One thing I'm going to do after this call is I'm going to convey this into a note taker, and then it'll convey to my assistant, and then we're going to start executing. More educated buyers and sellers, which is a good thing. So agents who are prepared now will dominate. Okay, whether it's 2026, 27, 28, you just have to always be prepared. Make those adjustments. Future vision. Let's define success for for this coming up this year, next year. We always have to have a vision. Okay, I mean, do you have a dream board? If you don't have a dream board, make a dream board. Boat, house, bigger house, grandchildren, education, right? Just put it all there. Pictures for magazines. The way I created my vision board is I just Googled all the images that were always part of my dream. Ask yourself, how many transactions do you want? What income goal do you want to achieve? What type of clients do you want to serve? What lifestyle do I want to create? Clarity creates momentum. For me, I learned that most of my clients are older. They're like sorry, yeah, 75 years and up, right? And that's where my clients are. I mean, I think my last 4 clients were like 85 years old. Right now, I'm in escrow on with my client that's 93 years old. 93. He doesn't do email. He doesn't do text. He talks on the phone, and I got to do wet signature. Yeah, but it's okay. I do what I do, and they appreciate it. And guess what? Those that are older, they have a lot of friends, and they could be in the same situation, and they're downsizing. They're getting rid of their investment properties. They're ready to move on and let the children you know inherit their fruits of their labor. All right, so goals and your framework. Here's just so you know, I mean, I know we're in March, but 24 transactions, 300,000 GCI. I mean, if you did 24 transactions here in the San Francisco Bay Area, you're hitting over $500,000. Okay, just so you know. Okay, so if you did one a month, you do over $250,000. Lead gen, marketing, database. So these are just, this is the framework of what you need to do on as your goals. Winning strategy, you know, I talk about it every single Monday. Lead gen, because I know that most of you are always maybe lead gen is that struggle. Get good at it. Make a commitment today that lead generation is not going to be your challenge. Because if you could get over that, and if 90% of your time, 80 to 90% of your time should be done on lead gen and follow up, what should you be doing right after this call? Lead gen and follow up, right? That's what I'm going to do, because once I get off this call, I have one more staff meeting, and then I'm going to do lead gen and follow up. So that's what you need to do. Prospecting, open house, social media referrals, marketing, video content, listing promotion, personal branding, systems, CRM, automation, follow-up plan, mindset, consistency, resilience, discipline. Leveraging AI and technology. We went over this quite a bit this morning, earlier, and I talk about it. I just showed you a sample of it. So smart agents are using this AI technology. Learn it. You can learn it overnight. Don't be afraid of it. Work with it. Test it. Use ChatGPT. I use it on a daily basis. There's plenty of more AI tools out there, but start somewhere. Okay. Technology will not replace agents, but agents will be using technology will replace who don't. Okay. Let me read that again. Technology will not replace agents, but agents using technology will replace those who don't. To some degree, and like I said, what will beat this is your relationships. Relationships will beat this. But if you're depending on leads and new relationships for the future, then you know this is true. Okay, here's your 90-day plan. Build a pipeline. Lead gen follow-up, lead gen follow-up, lead gen, lead gen, lead gen. Okay. Open house is best place to find clients. And you know, if you haven't done, start calling agents who have listings and start doing open houses. I mean, if it was me, truthfully, I would be doing an open house every day, 5 days a week. That would be me. If I could do it, if I was challenged to do an open house 7 days a week for 30 days or 60 days, if you did an open house for 60 days straight and you follow the right protocol, you just don't do an open house, you kick back, kick your feet up, and then let the client walk right through. When you do an open house, you are going to be a host, the right host, and you're going to get their name, their phone number, and their email, and better yet, their criteria, etc. And you're right when they leave, you're going to start texting them. You're going to put them and give them a welcome. You're going to put them on an MLS drip because you should have gotten their criteria. And if you did that for 90 days, 60 days straight, 7 days a week, right? You would not have a problem for the rest of 2026. You wouldn't, right? And you got to be on it, because one person walking to open house could be one sale, right? And in 60 days, you'll have a pipeline of a few hundred people. Okay. So there's really no excuses. And the excuses are here in your head. And I know our business can be challenging, but you got to like put that action plan together. Grow your social media presence. I mean, I must have grew my social media by like 800 people in the last 2 months. 800 new followers. Okay. I'm not like some guru out there on social media. Yes, I post probably some of the more outlandish stuff, and I don't mean to offend anybody. It's just social media. I use it for multiple reasons. I use it for business. I use it for my future photo album for my grandkids to see. Just it is what it is, right? So, and I don't mean to offend anybody. And if I offended anybody, I apologize. That's just not who I am. But there are beliefs I do believe in. Like I do believe in California needs to be better. That's it. Expand your sphere of influence. This is a big one. If you ever heard my talk about expand your sphere of influence, your top 50, the top 50 in your community, that is super, super powerful. Okay. And that's basically learning who the top 50 influential people are in your community and getting together with them and building a relationship. Okay, that could be the mayor, the fire chief, the police chief, the best dentist, the best restaurant, who the owners are, etc. The council people of your city. And so by doing this, this is how you build a successful real estate business. And so rather than always being a hunter, now you're really got your business working for you. Commitment. What is one habit you will commit starting today? I needed a lead gen follow-up, lead gen follow-up, lead gen follow-up. Calling 10 people, posting video content, following up every lead, attending weekly training. I appreciate you guys coming on this Monday Real Estate Edge. Small habits create big results. And I really want you to learn. You need to get something out of this. I appreciate you that come all the time, but get something out of it. Make something happen. Need you to get your business going. And so the final message here, the market doesn't determine your success, your actions do. Okay, so after this, I need you to lead gen follow-up, lead gen follow-up. And if anything, if you're such a traditional agent, do open houses. And if you could do it every day, and there's no set time, there's not like a 1 to 4, it could be 10 to 2, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. I mean, like I said, if it was me and I was hungry, I would be doing open house. And I'm not exaggerating. I'll be doing open houses probably from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. I would find homes that are vacant, that are nice, that are comfortable. So when I have my lunch, I'm sitting in a beautiful kitchen, or I'm sitting on a balcony. Maybe, there's a lot of different ways to enjoy your open houses. I mean, I would make sure I would have my laptop. I would make sure I have my laptop with my phone so I could do a hotspot so I'm online. I'd make sure I would have a lot of seller information, because the greatest thing about open houses, sellers are going to walk in, the nosy neighbors are going to walk in, and who those sellers are, because those sellers, they have a different walk than a buyer. I mean, if you've been doing open houses a long time, a seller, they're usually walking around with their hands behind their back, looking around like this, because that seller is probably thinking about selling, because they want to know what their home value is. They want to know the seller next door who's selling. And when you identify a seller, you grab like I said, I'm a traditional agent. I would grab my seller information and I would follow them around. I would ask them questions. And, of course, I would ask them to sign in. But while they're signing in, I'd ask them, are you a neighbor? And they would either say yes or no, and they say, yeah, I'm a neighbor. And then once they say they're a neighbor, boom, possible selling. And then I would go into action. I would change in and put my seller hat on, my listing hat on, and I would start probing them. So what brings you in today? Are you thinking about selling in the future? Would you like me to come over and evaluate your home? I'll give you a much more accurate than what you see on Zillow and Redfin. I'm a professional in the area, and I will give you an accurate. And I'll start building that rapport, letting them know that I am a professional, I know my stuff, and I really try to let them know who I am. Yeah, I'm a single parent, I own a dog. I wouldn't say it like that, but I would gear the conversation to let them know about who I am if they don't know already, and I'll gear it to start building trust and commonality. Like if I see them wearing a collar shirt and a hat, they might have went golf that morning or that day, and I say, hey, you just come from golf, right? Because usually a golfer will wear like a golf hat, and if it's a woman and they look like they're a homemaker or something, I would say, are you a stay-home mom? I would say something pleasant and really start building that rapport. And that's really what our job is. And if you did that every day, open houses a few times a week, there is no reason why you should not have enough prospects. Anyways, thank you for staying on the call. We went over a little bit, but I appreciate you. Reach out anytime. I'll talk with you guys later.